Hi, Sonia. I am going to go back to week one and move all the way to week seven to give you some feedback about how, well, just give you some feedback on your student portfolio. And we've got this particular document. You've got strategies for inclusive learning environments, which you summarized with your Gen A activity. You spent quite a bit of time on this. Your reflection is a little bit lean, given that it was supposed to follow. Oh, well, wait a second. Maybe I see something down here. So yeah, you've done a different kind of reflection. Oh, wow, that's quite detailed. Okay, so that's A plus reflection for sure. I'm going to leave your personal project out of this kind of. I'm going to separate it because we're obviously going to evaluate the personal project later. So I won't look at that. But you've clearly got some contributions here. You've got your in-class contributions here, and then you used my format here, which you might have done begrudgingly, but I appreciate it. And so I can see that you're reflecting and you've made some nice contributions. And I fixed so that that table's inside there. You just have to drag the borders here to bring it in from the right-hand side. But so that's good. Solid A, absolutely. And then you have your summary here. In this case, it was looking at the research tools. So that's your reflection, which is great. And then there should be a literacy document, which is, yes. But no, this is the challenges of benefits and challenges of learning opportunities. Got that summary document, and you did a mind map here, which is nice. Your, yeah, I don't need that. You've got your personal project here. You start to get into reflection. Again, we'll look at that later. And you're giving a lot of information there, which is fine. And then your in-class contributions, which are always solid. And then you have your summary here, which is solid. So rinse and repeat. You seem to have got the pattern down quite well. You've got your summary here. But now this is where I see it's interesting. Yeah. So I'm going to just put this in here. I don't know. Is this the in-class contribution? I'm trying to figure out is this you? What is this here? So that's the document from the class. Is this? Yeah, yeah. There's your information literacy skills. You can see why I'm having a little difficulty finding things because I don't need your in-class activities, but I do need the Gen AI activity there. You've got decent enough reflection. I would say the kind of lack of organization and the um, well, you put everything in here, but it's a little bit hard to follow. And the information literacy skills, the document isn't. Uh, it's a little hard to follow. Looks like a quick cut and paste as opposed to kind of really organizing it in a way that makes sense. You have a good in-class contribution. I think we're still meant to use, yeah, you're still meant to use this prompt, which you didn't, but that's all right. And then you've got your contributions here, and then we have information literacy here, and then your Gen AI activity, which was, I believe, you explored perplexity and gave um, an analysis of that. You've got a detailed reflection here. Again, not following this, but that's fine. Your in-class contributions. Oh, you did your mini class and then your in-class contribution here. Oh, let's see, you've done your summary here. Okay. And then you've got your two resources, which is fine. Now you gave yourself an A. Oh, here's your self-assessment. And I'd say you're on your way to an A, but it's probably more. Um, um, yeah, you're somewhere between an A minus and an A. There are some few things up there that are a little out of order and maybe not fully complete as a, but you're definitely in that area. So I wouldn't quibble about that. The Gen A activity is here, which is spent a lot of time on different. Let's see, curriculum design, differentiation, reflections. Okay, so that's your reflection. But what is the actual output? So I don't see the output here. So I'm just going to put I'm missing Google Doc output file because you're supposed to produce something. You've got a good reflection there. And then, yeah, okay. So then we've got your, just a second here. I don't know what this planet link with my detailed information, my personal, okay, so this is your personal project, yeah, that you're working on. In-class contributions are fine. And then, yeah, okay. And then we're at week 6. So there's a document that you were supposed to produce. Uh, yeah, so the differentiation thing, which is good. And okay, so that was a good analysis there. And then um, it's a somewhat limited reflection on that when you're doing it on your own. This is where I kind of, even back here, there was no reflection here in your gen. Well, no, sorry, there was a reflection. You didn't have the, I missed that. Sorry, I forgot that. You just didn't have the document. That's why when we start to shift to personal reflections, what happens is they kind of go short. So there's like this little, um, it's pretty mini in terms of the reflection, what you learned, any challenges, how could you extend it to, all those sorts of things. Yeah, so that's kind of limited there. And then personal project. I'm assuming you're gonna you've got these things. You're going to submit this to me at some point. So I will wait for that. As I said, in-class contributions are again. Um, that's pretty small. Like it's hard to know what you did, and in the class and how you contributed. So uh, probably best for you to use that prompt. um, and then we have week 7, differentiation, personalized learning, which is great. And yeah, I mean, if I looked at it here, see it. It's the formatting's a little off, kind of thing. Obviously, it was copied from Chat GPT or whatever. I just want to make sure that you've looked at them and taken and analyzed them. Uh, so good summary of projects. You've got your in-class activity and you've given an okay reflection. I don't know about your contributions. Like you're supposed to justify what did you contribute, not just what you learned, which is good to know as well. Um, and so, yeah, I would say you are at what I would say is about like an A minus. These are reasonable contributions. You've delved into things in some depth. Sometimes your reflection's a little light near the end, but that's okay. Uh, I know you're working hard to learn the different aspects of Gen AI. So very happy they're making solid progress.